guys. I don't even know where to start. Uh, have you ever have you ever have you ever tried Loveline? How are you, man? Have you ever considered fighting one of the biggest, if not the biggest, the technology company in the world, and you ask yourself if it's if it's worth it, man? Thank you, my guy. I'm so emotional, man. Like, I'm grateful I studied law, because without law I wouldn't have gotten my channel back. Because of law, I was able to identify a lot of the things that YouTube did wrong, and they would have had to pay me a lot, but I considered the fact that I have a lot of things that I want to create that I will need Google for, and if I fight them, I will effectively limit myself to what amount of money I get. Even if they gave me 100 million rands in dollars, that's like, I don't know, about around $8 million or something like that, which is not really worth it. I mean, it's a lot of money, but what drives me is more than just money. I want to be, I don't know, I want to change the world, right? I might not, only God knows, but there are things that I'm actually working on that I'm using Gemini. Gemini is the AI, artificial intelligence created by Google. So, um, damn, that's a lot. It's a lot, my guy. I'm still in disbelief, because I made this decision yesterday to not fight YouTube. You know, I made this decision yesterday because I had sent them. I'm going to make an official video. This is me just reacting and just wanting to release my emotions, because I cried a little bit. It was, I still couldn't believe what was happening, because quite literally a few minutes ago I received a message and they were like, yo, we reinstated your channel and everything like that. And yesterday I sent them an email. I actually sent a form, actually, not an email. So they had terminated it. I appealed immediately. They refused my appeal last year, right? And then I sent them summons, basically before issuing, because there's a process when you have to take someone to court. You have to draft the summons, especially in South Africa. So people don't know this, but I would have been able to sue them in South Africa, because even though their policy requires you to go to, what do you call it, the United States, I found a way to actually do it in South Africa based on the laws of South Africa, right? I would have been able to take them to court in South Africa. So I sent them a draft of my summons, and I basically told them that I told them my demands. One of them was obviously to return my channel, but I also wanted compensation. I outlined the laws they broke, and unfortunate for them was that I had so much on my plate, which was honestly beyond. I had to prepare myself mentally because it's YouTube. They are going to get lawyers that are going to make sure that this drags. Even if I win, I'm going to win after, I don't know, 5, 6, even 7 or 10 years, right? So in that period, I would have wasted a significant portion of my life fighting these people. But yeah, I sent them summons. They might not give you that much. They would have, believe me, if I didn't have a case, I wouldn't have had my channel back. I can promise you that. If ever my case was not strong enough, YouTube would never have returned my channel. That's why I say maybe I'll make a full video and take you through the process of what actually happened, so that you can understand the type of case I had. Because now, obviously, I sent them an email, and basically, the fact that you're seeing this, it means I've basically decided. I sent them an email and told them I'm not going to take any legal action if they return my channel and they don't interfere with my growth anymore, right? So that's basically why you're seeing me here. But I can promise you, if I didn't have a case, you wouldn't be seeing me here. Like, I wouldn't be here. I can promise you that. They wouldn't have given me my channel back. So so in summary, after I sent them the summons, their legal team, actually the YouTube legal team actually got in touch with me, and we effectively went back and forth. They tried to find a solution and all those type of things, and eventually they were like, how about you apply again for a review to get your channel back? And then I remember telling them earlier this year, I remember telling them I'm done begging for my channel. Right? LOL, I agree to disagree. Okay, but Mehra, why do you think they gave me my channel back though? Like, it's not because they are nice people. That's not why they gave me my channel back. It's not because they're like, I think he's learned his lesson. Let's give him his channel back. No. Like, these people fought me. If you saw what the emails were saying, the phenom, what's up, bro? What up, man? I'm back. I missed your channel too much. I appreciate that, man. I'm back. I had to fight for it, but I'm back. Congrats for being back. I appreciate that. I was streaming on Twitch, but yeah, Twitch was very slow, so I'm going to be coming back full time to, because it was for no reason. Because it was for no reason. Yeah, but that's not just how the law works, Mehra. You can't just violate someone's rights and not be liable to compensate them. Let's say, for example, Mehra, let me explain the law like this to you. Let's say you have an opportunity, right? You have an opportunity to create the first, let's say you have an opportunity to create the first Google in the world, or the first YouTube in the world. Yeah, let's use YouTube. Let's say Mehra Loveleen has an idea. He's about to create YouTube. And then I come in and then I'm like, okay, let's say we have an agreement, right? Me and you have an agreement, and I'm like, you can use my servers to start off your YouTube concept, right? and we have an agreement, we sign on it, and we agree, right? And then eventually I decide, you know what? This guy might leave when he starts his YouTube channel. Like, not channel, when he starts his YouTube platform. And I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me. I need shares in their company. And then I decide I'm going to pull that agreement and I'm going to breach it, right? Obviously it's my company. I can do whatever I want because those are my servers, right? And I breach that. And then because of that, you are unable to build your platform, right? If you can come to court and say, this is what YouTube would have been worth, and here is my proof of that. There's another there's another platform called TikTok. This is how much it's worth. There's another platform called Facebook. This is how much it's worth. There's another platform called this. This is how much it's worth. And then you have to find a way to link all those platforms that you say yours would have been like. You have to then find ways to definitively prove that this is how my YouTube channel. I don't want to be rude, but I'm really sleepy. I worked a 12-hour shift. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. I mean, you can have your opinion, and maybe let me not try to convince you. I'll debate you on this in the next stream. Okay, what happened actually? You disappeared, or my views on what's happening in South Africa upset you a little bit. You actually disappeared. We were supposed to play like video games and stuff like that, and you were like, no, I have games, and then you disappeared, even from the streams, by the way. I wonder what happened, but yeah, we'll talk whenever you're available, my guy. And thank you. Yeah, like, these conversations have lowered my emotions a little bit. I'm still in disbelief right now. It's crazy to even think that I'm back on YouTube. It's still surreal. Oof. Let me make the next videos, and then no, last 2-3 weeks, bro, I've been going out a lot. Sorry. Oh, okay. I mean, there's a lot of things happening in South Africa, so I thought maybe you felt a way about my stance on what's happening in South Africa. So yeah, we'll talk about it, or if you want to talk about it, we'll talk when I stream again. Shout out. We'll talk on the next one. Until then, deuces. We out. I don't even know why I'm stopping this stream, because I still need to crash out a little bit. But I need to prepare videos. I need to upload. Oh, now I'm interested. Yeah, no, we'll talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. I thought maybe you were clued up. What's going on in SA? Oh, before you leave. So in SA, like, it's a global thing, right? There's an anti-illegal immigrant movement in South Africa. So specifically the word is illegal, right? So the world, specifically Africa in general, is basically painting South Africa as an Afrophobic country, because we are not allowing people to basically violate our immigration laws, and among other things, basically they come here and commit crimes and obviously compete with the poor people in South Africa for economic opportunities, like whether it's business or whether it's employment. So we're saying, come into South Africa legally. Like, for example, our immigration laws in South Africa specifically say that when you come into South Africa, you either have to invest about 5 million rands In dollars, that's around, I don't know, $250,000, somewhere there. You have to invest about 5 million into South Africa if you are starting a business. If you are coming to look for employment, it has to be a scarce skill, right? There should be no South African capable of doing that job. The illegal immigrants are not doing that. They are coming into South Africa to sell tomatoes and potatoes. They are coming into South Africa to start the spaza shops, which require less than, I don't know, $10,000 to start. They are coming to South Africa. Some of them come to sell drugs, to kill, rob, steal cars. Basically, the crime ring in South Africa exists around a lot of these illegal foreigners. So South Africans have mobilized like nationally. Obviously, there are groups that feel like, we are all Africans, let's let them be here. But there's a significant portion, especially because a lot of them have been disrespectful. It's not just about the things that they've done. It's also about like the disrespect, like the overt disrespect that they have towards South Africans. So a lot of people have mobilized to remove those illegal immigrants in South Africa. And so as a result, globally, or rather based on what I've seen from my internet feed, there's a lot of Africans lying about what is happening. They're saying we're killing people in South Africa, we are doing like horrible things, right, to people. And there haven't been any incidents of people dying, maybe one or two, but there also have been incidents of like South Africans dying as well, right? So we have been painted as a country that does not love black people, a country that hates visitors, which is not the case. Our issue is against illegal, meaning you come into the country without the correct papers or without complying with immigration laws. So my stance is laws have to be complied with. Otherwise, the resources that South Africa has will not be enough. Like, Africa is a continent. Each country has its own resources. If everyone is coming to use up South Africa's resources, what happens when we no longer have anything to give? Everyone goes back to their country, and now we're struggling, right? So we're saying, go and fix your countries, and then so that Africa can be great, as opposed to wanting unity in South Africa with our resources and with our opportunities, and all those type of things. If you want to come legally at the very least, comply with laws. So I thought maybe my stance on that might have maybe rubbed you the wrong way. I don't know. That's basically what's happened. I actually summarized it really well. For someone who didn't know what was happening in South Africa, I think I actually outlined this. And this was visible in the FIFA World Cup. Then I'll read about this and talk to you about this in the next stream, bro. Yeah, it happened also. It was visible a little bit in the World Cup because if you look at the matches that South Africa was playing, the match that South Africa played against Mexico, and the match that South Africa played against Czech Republic. Yeah, I think it was Czech Republic. If you look at those matches, there were Africans who were supporting Mexico. If you go online, you'll find those stories where a lot of Africans were going there in Mexican t-shirts and everything like that in order to basically spite us for some reason. Even against the Czech Republic. So yeah, read up on that. I'm open to speaking about anything. We're back, baby. We're back, and it's all because of law. So thank God I studied law. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for joining me on my crash out. I'll be back. We're back. I'm so flippin' happy, man. Ciao.